Hey guys, we have something special today, a modern rendition of a classic, familiar yet refreshing. Enter the Langdon Tactical Beretta 92X Rdo. Sitting at just over 2.5 pounds loaded and about 2 pounds unloaded, this custom Beretta sits at a whopping 8.5 inches long, 5.4 inches tall without optic, 6.1 inches tall with optic, and 1.5 inches wide. This behemoth of a handgun excels at absolutely everything except for concealed carry. It's the ultimate evolution of the classic M9 and 92FS models. It is the head honcho, the master blaster, the absolute steel frame king, the true Italian stallion. This masterpiece starts its life off as a stock 92X Rdo full size. From there, we replace the slide with Langdon stainless steel slide coupled with the lowest possible optics cut, removing the safety and leaving it as a decocker only. Langdon added an integrated rear sight with the optics plate and an equally high front sight for the perfect co-witness. Optional would be the 8-hole ported barrel that stabilizes your firearm and eliminates recoil almost completely. The recoil spring assembly is replaced with the Wilson Combat solid steel guide rod and Langdon's chrome silicone recoil spring. And lastly, we have the NP3 coated trigger job in a bag. This specific configuration drops the trigger weight significantly. This setup is not only pretty, but it absolutely demolishes the stock 92X in just about everything. The stock trigger sits at an average 10 pounds double action and 5.5 pounds single action. In contrast, the Langdon hangs at 5.5 pounds double and 3.5 pounds single. Although the stock 92X definitely did have a decent short reset trigger, the Langdon's short reset trigger is just on a whole nother level. When I say this gun is fast, I mean it's fast. The stock RDO system is absolutely horrendous. Not only is Beretta always out of stock of the correct optics plate, but it also sits ridiculously high. I completely understand that there is little to no wiggle room for the optic to sit lower, however, Langdon was able to figure it out in a superior way. The stock RDO slide sits almost half an inch higher than Langdon's. Beretta doesn't even offer an option for suppressor height sights for co-witness. Although Langdon suppressor height sights seem wonky and unstable, it is a solid and effective system. It would be nice for them to have tritium night sights, but this is a good first step. The guide rod also went from a cheapy plastic one from Beretta to a solid steel Wilson Combat guide rod, making the slide action so much smoother. I haven't really noticed much change from the chrome silicone spring, but the slide does feel a little bit smoother with this setup. The 92X comes stock with two 18-round mags, both with extended followers to aid with the last round hold open. However, it is a pain in the ass to get them while in stock. Thankfully, mec-gar makes damn good mags for a very decent price. Unfortunately, with the follower being a few millimeters shorter than the 92X mags, the last round hold open doesn't always work. Aftermarket support seems to be the only option for additional semi-functional mags, and it definitely is a shame on Beretta's part. Beretta, if you're listening, please do better. This leads me to my next point. Even if the firearm itself is absolutely amazing, it doesn't mean that there aren't any complications. Aftermarket accessories is a pain in the ass. First, we'll start with the tactical lights. I would normally run Streamlight TLR1 HLs, however, because of the way the rail is made, it would require me to file down either the rail or the light itself. I'm not sure why they designed it that way, but I'll adapt and move on. The only other option without modification in this field would be the Surefire X300 series. I do like the X300, however, I personally like the TLR ones a little bit better. Along with the tactical lights, we run into the issue with holsters as well. You can find SLS type holsters in various different configurations, but you'll definitely have a difficult time finding one with positive retention due to the orientation of the firearm. If you want one with positive retention without an SLS system, your best bet would be to find a holster that latches to your light system instead of the actual firearm. The suppressor height sights add to this difficulty as well. I was able to find a few surplus SLS type holsters that would accept my light, however, they did not accept suppressor height sights, rendering it completely useless, unless you opt for the standard height sights. And finally, we have the RDO system itself. When you somehow find a holster that fits both the suppressor height sights and your light option, you then run into the difficult task of finding one that fits your red dot as well. Not too many holster makers will make one that accepts these accessories, so good luck if it's not sold out. The best option for a good positive retention light bearing red dot ready holster would be to have one custom made. I'm currently running the Tier 1 Centurion, which is working perfectly with my whole entire current setup. Besides all of the aftermarket faults, I would still rate this in my top 5 handguns. I would even list this in staccato territory. The good news is that you can configure this in almost every 92 or M9 type models. So if you have an FS, a G, or even an Elite type model, they are all customizable. Maintenance-wise, it's still just as easy as the iconic M9. First, remove the magazine and lock the slide back to the rear to ensure the firearm is completely empty. Depress the disassembly latch button and turn the latch downwards. Then just simply remove the slide followed by the recoil spring assembly and then the barrel itself. Proceed to bust off all the carbon and oil as well. Being a steel frame, it definitely still needs a lot of care and attention.
Let me know in the comment section what you think I should do next. If you liked the video, then it would do me a great solid if you hit the subscribe button down below. Please support me so I can get some nods. And as always, thanks for stopping by.